This is an FRG ministry production with the support of our ministry partners and donors.
First of all, Merry Christmas to my Orthodox brothers and sisters. Today is their Christmas day, so we also, during this Mass, pray for them. This is a beautiful feast day, a beautiful remembrance, a reminder of walking with the Lord. How important it is for us to walk with the Lord. These three wise men, but I actually believe that it was not three. For those of you who followed the Advent retreat would understand that there's nowhere in the Bible that mentions there were three. There were three gifts, frankincense, gold, and myrrh. But there could have been many of these wise people, wise men who sought the Lord, who understood the Lord. Now, let me try and explain this to you. You see, these men, however many they were, they knew God because they studied God. They knew about God, and they knew God inside out. They knew the history. They knew so much that they knew that the Messiah was to be born on this day in this place. And then all of a sudden they go with their intellect, with their thoughts and with their knowledge, with their theology, with all of their philosophy. They go to find this Messiah. Now, this is like you and I. You know, we're brought up and we're given our catechism classes. We know a lot about God, and we start to seek God and desire God through our understanding of God. But then there comes a point while they are seeking God with their intellect, all of a sudden they see this star and they follow this star. They stop following their intellect, and all of a sudden they follow the sign of God. They follow God Himself. What does this mean for us? Religion, I'll be honest with you, is going to be boring. It's going to be lifeless if all you're going to do your whole life is to follow God through your intellect. There comes a time in your life where you have to stop and decide to trust in the Lord, to have an encounter with Jesus, to know Him personally, to have a relationship with Him. Because once you have a relationship with Him, then all of a sudden it becomes exciting. I take my life. I would have never, ever imagined my life to be the way it is. Every year is so unpredictable. Every ministry moment, even our team here at FRG Ministry, we never know where this ministry is going to go. We make plans of where it's going to go, and all of a sudden, halfway through the year, things change and things become bigger, and we plan to slow things down, and all of a sudden, we become even busier than the year before. Why? Because this, I believe, is how God works. God with the star is unpredictable. He takes us places where we don't expect. Our intellect tells us, hey, this is where I want to go. This is how I want to serve God. But the person who's surrendered to the Lord is the one who doesn't live with predictability, is ready to go where the Lord leads. Now, this might be confusing to some of you, but all I just want to finish off with is saying this to you. Don't limit God. Maybe God, all your life you plan to retire, you plan to do this, saved for this, but the Lord all of a sudden convicts your heart and says, no, I want you to do this. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to let go, to trust in the Lord. Because you will find Jesus, you will find happiness, you will find the Lord when you are ready to let go of your intellect, of your worries and your doubts, and trust the Lord in spite of it. It's hard, it's difficult, but I can tell you it's rewarding. These wise men, at the end of the day, their intellect took them so far, but it was the star that led them to Jesus. Lord, I want to let go of my plans. I want to let go of my securities and trust in you. I want to be in that place of unpredictability, that place where my only security is you and where you're leading me.
This production is only made possible because of the generous support of FRG Ministry partners and donors. Please go to frgministry.com/donate to make a donation.